the man that we are going to be talking to in music, I have very good memories of him from way back. The first time I had an interview with him was about over 10 years ago. And he hasn't changed. He is still how I saw him way back then.
Looks like he grows younger.
I don't know what he eats, and what he does. I'm sure he's going to give us those tips today.
Definitely. We're going to be getting all that juice from him. He is a veteran, an ace Highlife musician. He's been there, done it all, seen it all, played with all the greats you can think about. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding round of applause, let's welcome the evergreen Bessa Simons.
Yay! Hooray!
Awesome.
Great to have you.
Yes.
But how come you're still the same way? You don't change.
Is that right?
Very right.
No, what does your mirror tell you?
Beautiful shoes, by the way. Your shoes.
Oh, thank you.
This Bessa Simons.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. So back to the question. What have you been eating? How come you are still like this?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see myself. I think I have progressed in so many ways.
Okay.
I've lost a bit of weight.
Okay.
Which is good.
Of course.
I was putting on too much weight. So now that is good. What do? I can see myself getting a bit older.
Okay.
But I don't know what I do. I eat the same thing. I don't eat. And also, I'm not eating meat anymore. No more red meat.
Oh, why?
Okay.
What was it?
The doctor said I've eaten all the red meat that
You
you
can't
can ever eat.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have enough to take you for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Right.
Nice.
So that's also helping.
Great.
And also, I don't get the time to exercise, so I jog in my room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
As in literally.
As in jogging.
As in jogging. I've been doing this for a long time.
Or your jogging means something else.
No.
Jogging.
I've been
So
doing this for a long
it?
time. Even when
Wall to wall.
When I used to go on tour, I wake up in the morning, I would jog my room, end to end.
Oh,
It's really nice. Try doing it. There are no cars, no horns, no nothing. You just do your jogging up and down.
Wow.
When you finish, you shower and then you move on.
No, I like that.
Nice,
I like that. And you would never have Bessa without his
the earring.
the ear stud. Yeah,
Of course, and then of course the goatee.
Yes, it's always been there. Right. So this all means that we're excited to have you here.
Super excited.
And let's now look at the man Bessa Simons. From when you were a child. I mean, what was home like for you? How did you grow up?
What kind of family did you
You
grow
would take
up in
us through all that until you were playing with Osibisa, until you became part of musical hierarchy, until you became, what made you the big artist that you are?
Wow. I grew up in this family in Cape Coast. My dad was a musician.
Oh, okay. What was his name?
My dad was Mr. William Bessa Simons.
Okay.
He played all his keyboards in the church.
Okay.
And I play mine outside.
Well, it's allowed. Daddy set a place for you in church.
Yeah. But in a very Christian home where you get up in the morning, Sundays, or we have our morning prayers, Yes, that's the word. Devotion.
No, you were playing outside.
Yeah.
So no worries. It's okay if you don't remember morning devotion.
and it was like my dad would work during the week. Sundays he would go to church and he goes to choir practice, and I used to go to choir practice with him all the time.
Okay.
So I was like this little boy with the big choir. So they made my room very small boy.
Okay. So you're part of the choir.
I was part of
Which
the
church
choir.
was this?
Methodist.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Cape Coast Wesley Church.
Nice.
The biggest Methodist church in the whole world.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you, not the biggest though, but it was solid.
Okay.
The music was good, big preacher man, Sofu Prad, Sofu Basal, those kind of people. They were very huge. And then we'll come at home, and Sunday afternoons we have a Sunday school.
Okay.
Because our area, the people there were like they worship little gods. So my mom introduced Christianity at that area.
Okay.
Studio Estate, very close to the old stadium. And then we'll go around and ring the bell and everybody will come.
Okay.
My mom will make tea, bread and butter. And so it's the tea and bread and butter they came for, not
really the word.
Exactly.
But you need a bait, to get them.
Exactly.
Jesus even used bread and fish.
But I mean, now it's turned into one of the biggest church, Methodist church in Cape Coast, Sudu Church.
Okay.
So we started it from my home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
And my dad used to teach music, so people come and learn how to play the piano, sight read and things. So, I mean, the family, my brothers and sisters, everybody plays hymns on the keyboard.
Okay.
And I don't know whether they still do. But
How many are they?
we are 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
And you are number?
6.
Okay.
So it was a very loving family.
Okay.
I mean, all of us, everybody thinks my mom loves them more than anybody. Everybody thinks, they were my mom's favorite. I don't know whether every family is like that. Everybody thinks.
Well, I guess everybody feels they are the special ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of family, and I just loved playing the keyboards, and music was so close to my heart. So all the pieces they played, I can play them without sight reading, just listening. And so I remember when I was a kid, when we have visitors, they say, "Oh, come." At home they call me Mark.
Oh, okay.
I say, Mark,
Bessa Simons.
I said, come and play the keyboard. Then I'll go and I'll be banging away and everybody.
So at this time, you were playing more of church music? Or bits and pieces of everything?
Bits and pieces, but more church music, small, a little piano recitals and things like that. Then what took me into playing this, I heard a song by Millicent Small. My boy lollipop, and then you chop it like that, and then it was so nice. And so doing that got me into another kind of music, so that's how I brought all those ones in there.
Now, before we go deeper into music, and getting a career out of it, let's look at education as well. So where did you start school? Did you at any point study music in the classroom?
Okay, so I started from Methodist Primary B.
Okay.
Cape Coast. Then you go to the one we call Bakatsi.
Okay.
Bakatsi. That is very close to St. Augustine's.
Okay.
So you go to your primary school from Aboom, Aboom Wells Road. I'm taking you to Cape Coast.
Of course. Do you remember some of your teachers?
The head teacher was Master Asma.
Okay.
And I remember Master Asma with his hose and and then his khaki shorts and white shirt with his pen in the socks. And he would come and he was very nice. Mrs. Hanobil, class 1 teacher, I remember. Mrs. Brownfall.
Okay.
Who was that? This one teacher I really admire. I can't remember her name. So that was my elementary school. Then you go to the middle school for 1 year or 2 years, and then you go to the secondary school. So it's just Abakatsi is just a continuation from primary B.
Okay.
Then after my common entrance, I went to Agri Memorial.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So Amosa.
Okay.
And from Amosa, I went out to play with other bands.
Okay.
Then my dad said, "Hey, listen, if you want to do music, that's fine, but you have to go and know what it's all about, have some certificate or something."
Okay.
So I went to National Academy of Music, which is now Winneba University.
Oh.
Yeah, so did music education and then, finished. I did my national service at O'Reilly Secondary School.
Oh, okay.
This is something I enjoyed, and I still teach.
Okay.
I love teaching music. I think I have a special way of teaching music. I can teach anybody to play the keyboards within 3 months.
Wow. Are you serious?
I'm telling you.
That's amazing.
How? Including me?
Including you.
Wow.
You must have one at home.
Yes.
So anything I teach you, you spend some time and
rehearsing at home.
just master it a little bit. Within 3 months, you'll be playing.
Wow,
Yeah.
I love that. Well, so when did music start for you as a career?
Yeah, professionally.
Yeah.
Wow, I would say, yeah. I mean, you know, those days at secondary school, you have school bands.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is where you get discovered by the bigger bands in town. So I played in Agri, the school band, which is called Vox International.
Okay.
And I stayed at Cape Coast, so the other musicians who stayed in Accra can wait. If we know a big band is coming to play, then we will go and we say we're going to jam them.
Okay.
So, and all our friends, fans will stay. Instead of going home for holidays, they will stay until we go and play.
Yeah.
And we'll go and make noise at Cape Coast Town Hall. And,
Nice.
You know, students, those who drink will drink.
Must have been fun.
Exactly. It was fun. And so we'll go and play, and that's where you get discovered by the bigger bands. So it got to a point, but all those days it wasn't business, it was just fun.
Yeah.
And then the band in Cape Coast called Pelicans, they got their first keyboards. Before we didn't have keyboards, we have a melodicus, so we play, you blow the air into it and then you play.
Yeah.
So they said, oh, there's this little boy who goes to Agri, you know, try him, he can play. So I went there, you know, to jam with them. And, you know, seeing electric keyboard for the first time, that was so fun. I mean, nobody could stop me. I would just go and
Can imagine.
Adrenaline was just pumping.
So on holidays,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
On holidays, I would go and play with them until after secondary school. Then my auntie, Auntie Gloria, she came for me from Cape Coast. She was forming a band, one of the biggest band with my idols. Like these guys used to play a band called the Barbecues.
Okay.
They were so big. All the students loved them. You know, Tommy Darling, Marshall, Olayinka, and so like they coming for me to play with them.
Unbelievable.
I tell you. So I came all the way from Cape Coast to Tema, stayed with my auntie.
Okay.
Auntie Gloria, she just she died last year. We had a 1 year anniversary. She's Kweku Bako's mother.
Oh, okay.
That's my auntie.
Oh, wow.
So I came and played in Tema, and so I stayed in Tema for about 10 years, and that is where it all started for me as a career. You know, playing with these guys, teaching me things that I didn't know, you know, and things like that.
Right.
Awesome. So, I mean, professionally, the biggest shot started from Tema.
From Tema, that's right.
So, I mean, what were some of the associations that came with it by virtue of you now being based in Tema?
Well, I think I met so many people from, and you know, staying in Tema is a different ball game. I think that is why musicians in Tema feel so special, because the Seamen, we were based at a club called the El Paso.
Oh, okay.
And the Seamen will come there.
Is that a trotro station?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The trotro station was not there. Yeah. And Seamen will come there every time when we are rehearsing, and they will bring us new songs, new records, you know.
Yeah.
And so when we are playing, they can relate to what we are playing. So by the time you even finish rehearsals, the money that you get, you know, and other things, drinks, and you know, all kinds of the treatments you get.
Business was good.
It was very good, very good. You know, of course, we were not doing it for the money, but we got paid.
Of course,
You know, and also you meet different kinds of musicians all over Accra. You know, we had the BB bands. King Bruce was there, Ramblers was there. You know, but we had come fresh. And this band, I came from Cape Coast because the keyboard player they wanted to rehearse with came and went back to Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
So I came in with about 2 or 3 weeks for the band to be launched. I tell you that the moment I landed in Tema, we rehearsed, we learnt about 17 songs. Next day, I couldn't remember even one.
That was too much load for you.
Too much. And also coming from Cape Coast is a bit slow. Tema is fast, very fast. That we did I grew
before.
Was there really any difference in the music you were playing in Cape Coast as compared to what you came to meet in Tema?
Not quite. In Cape Coast, the band I played with, Pelicans, was a big band.
Right.
And they use horns, you know, about 5 horns,
Wow.
you know, drum kits and everything. And I mean, in Cape Coast, it was a very good experience too with the Pelicans, because that was the first time I used to score for a band.
Okay.
You know, so I would score for the horns, the bass line. There's, of course, the singers were right there.
Yeah.
And then we would play. So it was, at one point, people would just come and watch me, you know, in the band rehearsing and showing them out. And when we put it together, it all comes. So it was a good experience. But coming to Accra, the difference was that it was a smaller band. So the keyboard would have to play all the horn lines and things like that. You know, and these people were fast. So you have to be fast.
You need to catch up.
Right.
Catch
You
up.
know, yeah. So now you've always been a band person, right? At what point, you know, did you join Osibisa? Was it later on, you know, and when did you also start releasing your own music?
Yeah. Let me see. You know, those days there were so many bands.
Yeah.
And bands were poaching. From here and there. If you are good, any good band wants you and things like that. But I stayed with 1-2 Azuri at the same place. From there we moved on to Wuta Wazoo, same place. Then came the Dutch Bungalows.
Okay.
Dutch Bungalows was, you know, like Auntie Gloria and one ship owner called Ben. So Ben and Gloria Bungalows. And the Bungalows was so good that I tell you, if we play at Nsaom, go and bring Michael Jackson, nobody will go to Michael Jackson's show.
Oh, wow.
Or Elmina.
Wow.
Yeah. So from there, I also played with CK Man.
Okay.
And recorded with, I played with CK Man because I wanted that big band high life thing in me.
Yeah.
And you know, music is the life that you've led. So it all goes into that folder, your memory, and when you want to use it, all these elements will, you know, flow. So after CK Man, I played with another band called Kelke Shows. And I'm mentioning this next because a lot of people were followers of this band. And then I think the last band I played was the Third Eye.
Okay.
And the Third Eye, we were the band that started charging in thousands, you know. And I remember Osibisa came to play in Ghana. Okay. And we opened the show for them.
Oh, great.
Third Eye is the band that Afro Moses played in. Tony Mensah, Homeku, Osei was the drummer, Pakwisi was the bass player, and our manager was Francis Asiedu. He's back in town.
Nice.
So this was the band that I played, and I met Osibisa. That was in Ghana, maybe before I went to the UK.
Which year was this? Do you remember?
Wow, it will be in the late 80s.
Okay. Now you know, Osibisa is huge. You know,
globally.
Very big. You know, I mean, these are people that you watch them from afar and you're proud that you're a Ghanaian. You know, and now you are part of this revered band. You know, how did this make you feel? You know, playing with the Mac Tontos, playing with the Kiki Jans, and I don't know if they were still part of the group that you played with. How was the feeling like?
Well, you feel privileged, you know, and you feel humbled. But let me say this, when we were at the boarding school, Agri, Saturdays, you know, those days televisions were fresh. So every Saturday, the entertainment night, sometimes we watch the television, watch the Top of the Pops.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, we saw this group in Ghanaian Batakari, nothing boots, you know. And then they play, you know, music for gong gong. And everybody energy. So, you know, everybody like, all the musicians there, even the whole school. Say, are they Ghanaians? Where are they from? Where are they from? You know, so people started researching and asking, and then they found that they call Osibisa. And they have names like Sola Matthew. We know he's a Ghanaian. This is close to home. Teddy Osei. Okay, Mark Tonto, we were not sure. You know, and so
the name sounded more Caribbean.
So we were excited, and school bands started learning all their songs. all we needed was when they release any song, somebody brings it.
Yeah,
School
that's
band
it.
will learn it. So we knew all these songs all over, and it was like our time, everybody's dream to play with Osibisa. And I think after Robert Bailey, who was the original keyboard player, Kiki Jan also took over. And when Kiki took over, it gave us hope that, wow, if Kiki can do it, we can also do it. So we have to just be good and rehearse more. And so I think that is what happened. But when we opened for Osibisa, they had a party for them and we played for them.
Right.
I remember Mark Tonto was just standing by my side. We were using a very nice Hammond organ, very nice sound, and you know. And that time I could play better than I played in
Wow.
And Mark was excited, you know, so we were talking and at the party, you know, and he said, hey, anytime you're in the UK, come and see me, you know, come and see me. I said, okay. And that was it. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
So
what was it like really performing with Osibisa?
Okay, so when I was in the UK, I was at a place where Mark Tonto came, and Mark Tonto can remember people. You know,
really?
once he meets you once, you know, and so he said, I know you. So I said, oh yeah, Ghana. They said, yes. Hey, so we just got chatting. And so he invited me to Teddy Osei's house. And then I went there. That day when I went, Hugh Masekela also came there.
Oh, wow.
So they were chatting in the other room, and I was playing the upright piano, you know, playing. And so at one point, they all came to see, who is this guy playing piano for a long time? He wouldn't stop. So that is all when it happened. So I had a call from Teddy Osei, and he said, oh, what are you doing next weekend? I said, nothing. He said, we're going to Spain. Would you like to come? I said, yeah, why not? You know. And then I said, when are we rehearsing? He said, no, we are not rehearsing.
Oh, wow.
Any Ghanaian, every Ghanaian keyboard player knows Osibisa songs.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And truly, I knew all their songs.
Yeah.
So that is when it started. And I tell you, the experience was unbelievable. I mean,
amazing.
We played at a hotel and it was packed. It was sold out. And the people who came there, you see, these are very rich people. And these are some of the gigs they were doing, which was very, very good. And they have managed to fuse, you know, Ghanaian music with everything. And it was so different and people loved it.
Right. Now, Uncle Bessa, talking about, you know, playing and, you know, moving around with your toy and stuff. My next question, you know, I actually want you to be by that keyboard there. And I'll tell you something. So you just move there for me now.
It's about that time,
So now, you know, I'm going to find out from you how you are able to create some of the pieces that you play. Your intros, sometimes the solos that you play, you know. When I listen to a song like Belembe, I'm like,
classic piece.
You know, I can sing the intro.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, I mean, you are here, so.
Come to you. I mean, did you have the song already, or you played this and then the song flowed after?
Okay, so with Belembe, I was just kind of showing my respect to high life music and all the great high life musicians that have benefited from, like Bo Taylor, CK Man, you know, Pat Thomas, and so that is what I did. But the real intro, I was just, you know, kind of like as we told.
Yeah.
That's amazing stuff, Ari. That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Awesome. You know, so how are you able to create, you know, such a masterpiece?
I think you just play, you know, and also once you learn music and practice and practice and practice. There's some time in every musician's time that life they will practice at least. I remember some time in my life for years I practiced 7 hours a day because it's my profession. And you know, if you play outside Ghana, to play with any band, there was one time I was playing with about 7 bands and they don't want time wasters. So you have to be sharp. You have to practice and practice. When you, by the time you get there, you are okay. You are ready. You know. So music director comes and you are ready to go. So that is what I did. And so once you play, it becomes part of you. Also, I mean, when you get like with keyboards or any, when you get your fingering technique right, even no matter how old you are, you can still play. You know. And then you learn a few chords and you have to understand your music. You cannot do music without having, you know, a little knowledge, at least the rudiments. You know, knowing that this is maybe a diatonic scale, you know, so you can pick these notes to play with, and the same minor chord can be a third, a second, a sixth chord. You can superimpose it to mean something different. Now you sounded
like a lecturer, you know. You sounded like you're in the classroom.
He's just taking us to the classroom.
Of course, no, love it. But Bessa, let me ask you this question, you know. From the way you are speaking, you know, you really know what you're talking about, theoretically and in practice as well. Now, you would think that we need people like you, you know, to man the affairs of music in Ghana. And you have had the opportunity to be there at the helm of affairs with Musica. Why is our union still where it is? What is the problem? Because I think that when we look at people individually, everybody is a pro, you know, and so you would think that once you come together, we should have a fantastic unit, but that's not the case. What exactly is the problem with Musica?
I think with Musica, there are certain things, the music industry, let's put it this way. There are certain things we should have done long time ago that we didn't do. We are behind time.
Like what?
Like, I mean, for example, some structures that will make just once you get into the music. For example, I mean, the copyright issues, you know,
publishing and all.
Publishing, all these things will have to be in place. So when you go, it's there. You just fill the forms and get into it. We haven't done that, you know. And I think it's about time we go back and make sure everything we haven't done, take the first step. You know, once you take the first step, the second step will follow, and then, and so that is what we haven't done, you know, for a long time. And I mean, for example, now is digitization. We are in the digital era, and everybody is going there. You know, we haven't. You know, and when are we going to start? You know, and these are some of the things I think we should put in place, you know, which, I mean, we have started, but it's like a lot of people too don't know what it is. So we need more education, you know, for people to understand that this is where you should be. I mean, for music, I mean, we still go to the office to fill forms. No, you can do it on your phone if you are in a digital space.
Exactly.
You know, these are some of the things. If you want to register your songs, new songs, copyright, you have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to Gamro, it should be everything digital. You know, you even should know your royalties before it comes.
Paid, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and these are some of the things we have, and we have to move very quick.
Yeah.
This is not the time for us to be fighting each other. It's the time for us to sit around the table. What are the things we need to do? You know, get people with the knowledge. Hey, we want to do this. We haven't done it. How do we do it? This is the expert. Bring him in. Let's do it. Fixed. Before we know, we're halfway there. Then we keep going, you know, so that the youngsters, only few of them are with in the digital space.
Yeah.
You know, because I've traveled all over Ghana, and we have musicians, talented musicians,
we do.
you know.
Yeah.
And these days, you even with the streaming and YouTube and things, it's easier to market your music, but you just have to know how to channel your fans to you, you know. And once we set all these things, so you can sit in your house, do your music, market yourself. So you'll be a big star in China or somewhere, and that's a start for you to, you know, roll. And I think because we haven't done that, it's also the youngsters don't see why they should join, you know, and we need them as well as the big stars.
Positioned ourselves to be attractive enough for the up and coming.
You know, once they know that we have all these facilities in place, nobody will ask them to come. They will come because they know what they will get.
They will get.
Yeah.
All right. You played more in a band and then you did some solo. Which one did you enjoy most?
Sorry,
playing in the band or with a band or doing your own stuff?
Oh, playing in a band is fun. Playing alone too is fun. What is it? If you play in a band, you can experiment more with other instruments. You know?
Yes.
And then it makes it good because yours is one contribution, another guitar, bass player, drummer.
So it all comes together to give you that feeling.
On a good day, after a show, it stays with you. The feeling stays with you for about 2 weeks.
Amazing.
So you enjoy being in a band, you know, but we enjoy you at Bessa Simons doing music, you know.
I have a band, you know.
Okay.
The Bessa Band.
The Bessa Band.
Even this Friday we're playing at Plus 233.
We'll come and see you there.
It's one of the best bands in Ghana.
But before we get to Plus 233, we can do our way to just a little bit, you know, just put ourselves in the mood.
Okay. Yeah, but before you play, did you play the solo on CK Man Sambra?
No, I didn't.
You didn't play that solo?
No, I didn't play it. I played on Adwa Yankee.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so that settles it. I mean, we've been having some debate amongst ourselves in some corner about whether or not you played the solo on Sambra.
But you know, after Belembe, after we finished the song, I went to the studio. I said, I want to do the intro. And the engineer said, no, I have the intro. I said, I haven't done my intro. And I was just joking, like doing.
That was a joke?
And he said, that's my intro.
That was the intro?
So after the song, I have to go and learn this.
Wow.
Yeah, because I just played it from my...
Well, he's the engineer. He knew how it sounded in his ear.
And it worked, you know. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Abetana Musa. We friend me no free mommy. I'm going to try to damn my feel. Baby, I'm quite easy. I will run up and bang, 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 oh, bang, 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 wow. Obiara riye.
Oh.
Ewo ma me sunu ye bia. Heba. Obiara riye bia. Aje.
Ewo ma me sunu ye bia.
Aje. Obiara rike bia. Ewo ma me sunu ke bia. Heba. Obiara rike bia.
Ewo ma me sunu ke bia.
Great. You have to come back for a proper, performance session.
Yes.
Today we were just talking.
Yeah,
so you need to come back. So we just enjoy you properly playing. And so we say a very big thank you. This has been so insightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
And I always wanted to ask about the intros, because it was just too good, And I'm like, the Bella Bacon intro, how did they do it, sometimes you hear stuff like that, and it feels like the keyboardist has about 7 fingers per hand, because he's playing too many things at the same time. No, you are so talented.
It's beautiful.
And
it's beautiful.
we love you for being Ghanaian, for raising the flag of Ghana high, and we know you will come back to do what Bessa does best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you.
so this has been the Upside Down Show on City TV. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Prima Edwiname.
And mine is Nana Tufo. As always, be kind to your mind. We'll see you again.